How do tattoos stay on people's skin for years? It all comes down to the tattooist's most important tool, the needle. First, the ink needs to be loaded into the machine. Tattoo ink is made of pigments and carriers. The pigments are fine, powdered colorants that remain visible once embedded in the skin. The carrier solution is what makes this pigment more soluble and controls the viscosity of the ink. This makes sure the pigment transports evenly. Now that the ink is in the machine, it needs to be injected into the skin. Specifically, the ink gets injected into the dermis layer. This is the second layer under the epidermis, the outer layer. See, the epidermis is always regenerating, but the dermis is more stable. Injecting into the dermis ensures the design stays permanent. The machine needle punctures the skin 50 to 30,000 times per minute. Each puncture creates a tiny wound. The needle delivers ink droplets into the dermis, creating the design we can see on top. However, your immune system sees this ink as foreign objects, which they are. Macrophages, a type of white blood cell, carries some of the ink away, making the tattoo fade a little bit over time. However, most of the ink particles are too big for the macrophage to remove. They stay trapped between skin cells called fibroblasts. This is what makes a tattoo permanent. And because a tattoo is essentially thousands of tiny wounds, like any wound, it needs time to heal. This is why tattoos scab over before they reach their final, vibrant form. But if tattoos are meant to be permanent, why do they fade over time? There are 3 factors that make tattoos fade. First is the sun. UV exposure breaks down ink particles under the skin over time. So you better make sure to put on your best mineral sunscreen to protect it. Second is your immune system. Macrophages still try to remove the ink over the years. This wears down the tattoo over time. The third factor is cell turnover. While the dermis is more stable than the epidermis, it still regenerates, just at a slower rate. That's why ink fading over time is inevitable. You'll need a touch-up sooner or later, and that's the science behind tattoos. What do you think? Are you planning to get a tattoo?